Hello, good morning and welcome to the United Stand. This is your latest Manchester United news and transfer news, and it's a big day and it's a Jadon Sancho transfer deadline day according to Borussia Dortmund, who have flown out to their Swiss training camp with Jadon Sancho on the plane this morning. There's also a clip of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which is quite interesting. Lip-reading experts trying to say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is confirming training camp Manchester United have sorted a deal out for Jadon Sancho, and it could happen on Tuesday or Thursday. We'll speak about that in a moment. But let me just get this going. So yeah, let's start off with the fact that it is transfer deadline day today for Jadon Sancho. This is something that has been going on for a couple of weeks. Christian Falk had previously said it, as we know. And Michael Zorg, who is the chief executive of Borussia Dortmund, also saying it as well, that if Jadon Sancho was on the plane to pre-season training, they expected him to be a Dortmund player next week. First of all, what I would just say about that is that I don't believe that Manchester United have missed an opportunity to sign Jadon Sancho, because they won't be signing him today, and we won't be revealing Jadon Sancho today. That's not going to happen. I think, as I've said, and as many of you I think are aware of now, this is not a deal that you can probably put a date on. We hoped that that last Friday, because of the number 7, could be a thing. And we hoped that there might be some progression over the next sort of week, and maybe there will be. But I think to put a date on this deal at this point would be futile, because you just don't know. We think we're operating in a new world where Manchester United are quicker and better at transfers, and hopefully that is the case. But I think we're also operating in a world where we know that United can be a little bit slow on deals. So look, what I would say is, and Fabrizio Romano has tweeted it this morning, this is normal, that Jadon Sancho is on the plane with Borussia Dortmund. Talks continue. The final part of the deal has not been agreed yet, and that's not changed now for probably 5 days since last Tuesday. It is that little crossing of the T's, dotting of the I's, how much Manchester United are going to pay as the first instalment, and that is the negotiation point. And as Fabrizio said, and as I'm sure many of you would say, what is Jadon Sancho supposed to do this morning when final agreement of that first payment has not been agreed? I'm not getting on the plane. He's a Borussia Dortmund player. They want him on the plane. He has to get on the plane. He's only going to Switzerland. He's not off to Japan or Australia. He's only off to Switzerland. It is not that far away from Germany, and it's certainly not that far away from the UK. So, not concerned about Sancho being part of the training. Look, Lukaku went to the other side of the world and never played for us and still went to Inter Milan, who were also in Australia. So, I'm not concerned about it. I don't think it makes any difference to what Manchester United are trying to achieve. And I'm still very, very confident that the deal will happen. Just as quickly, though, there was a clip of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer training with the team yesterday in Cologne, and basically lip readers are saying it's all about the cash, it will get sorted, and then he either says Tuesday or Thursday. Now, you could read into this many ways. He could be talking about the Jadon Sancho deal. He could be talking about his broken dishwasher and when Currys are going to deliver it from Amazon. You just don't know. But I think people are going to stretch, and you're going to start stretching to see things. The only thing you can work on with this with any certainty is that Manchester United are in talks with Dortmund, and whilst we're in talks with Dortmund, the deadline really isn't going to matter. There is a press conference from Dortmund today. This afternoon. We'll update you. I'm sure there will be some comments. What I'm expecting from Michael Zorg, who is the chief executive there, or the sporting director there, or whatever role you want to give him, I expect him to come out and say what he said last week. We expect this. We expect Jadon Sancho to be at Manchester. I would love him to say that. We expect Jadon Sancho to be a Dortmund player next year, because it's all part of the game playing. And whatever people want to say, there is definitely this scenario whereby the clubs on this payment are very firm. I saw somebody say it today, and I really do agree. They were like, I don't know what Ed Woodward's game is here. I don't know what Manchester United's game is here. What is it they're trying to achieve? And look, it may not be Ed Woodward's game. It may be the negotiator. It may be the Glazers. Let's just say, what is Manchester United's game here? Because Dortmund are not a team to mess about with. And how much do United want for him, says Alfie Mawarni? Well, We're not selling Sancho to them. And Mark, have you seen Jan's tweet about 10 minutes ago saying Dortmund will be addressing the press regarding Sancho at 3:30? Joshua Bowwater, yeah, I just mentioned that actually. Love the channel. We get transfer news with 90% of the bullshit filtered out and 10% of kept just for banter. PSI, forgive you in advance for butchering my name, says Quenali. And curries won't deliver by Thursday, says Robert McCormack. Look, I do think that we've got to look at where we're at with this and where Manchester United's are at with this. That's the only concern I have on this, is what's Manchester United's end game here. We're not dealing with Sporting Lisbon, we're not dealing with Leicester, and we're not dealing with Crystal Palace. We're dealing with Borussia Dortmund, who have a massive amount of experience of dealing with big clubs and getting what they want. Ousmane Dembele basically down tools, and they still got 135 million from Barcelona. Aubameyang did the same. They still got a very good fee for him from Arsenal. Sancho isn't going to down tools. He won't do that. And they're not going to lower. They're just not going to lower the price. They're not going to do that. So I don't get what United's end game is. Now maybe it might be what Brits Abroad said last week about it's all about making the deal long so that share prices fluctuate so that they can make money on the stock market. Maybe there's something in that. Maybe it's already been pre-agreed that it'll happen at a certain point. I don't know. I mean, my personal belief is that the deal is agreed. As we said, the terms are agreed. The structure of the deal is agreed. But the only thing that's not agreed is how much we're going to pay up front. I think ultimately the final fee is agreed on how much we will pay. Whether that's going to be 120 million euros, 110 million euros, or 100 million euros. I think that is the structure of the deal that has been agreed. The issue is how much are the Man United going to play up front. And I don't know what United are trying to do, because what are they going to do? I mean, if Dortmund are saying we want 90 million euro up front and United are saying we want 70 million, we're going to pay 70 million euro up front. Well, at what point do Dortmund say, all right, we'll take 70? I don't see what the motivation is for them. The only motivation is that United are going to have to pay more. So I don't know. And also, they've just cleared a load of money from Alexis Sanchez going. So I don't agree, as I said on Saturday when I had a little bit of a rant, I don't agree with anybody who starts pumping the chest and saying we won't be held to ransom. This is a football club that pays a lot of money to its owners and shareholders. And this is a football club that's just saved a lot of money by getting rid of Alexis Sanchez, which many people didn't think we would do. We've literally freed up millions of pounds. So I don't know what United's stance is on this. It certainly won't happen today. Here we go, Jadon Sancho, total agreement is the tweet we're waiting for. That will be from Fabrizio Romano. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm still very confident it's going to happen. But surely if the deal was close, he would have stayed in England. I'm nervous, says Franklin. But no, you can't do that. How can he stay in England and disobey what his job is? Dortmund want 90 million up front. We want to pay 70, says Sean Turner. How can you not meet in the middle? We want him. Stop messing around and do it. And Russell Thompson says the game plan is stretch. Sancho deal out, so there's no time for another transfer. Also, from now to the end of the window, United saved 2.5 million in wages. And Joshua Bowwater, I'm actually bored of the uproar on Twitter about the deal. Of course, I want him, and I think we will get him. It's just a matter of when. So time to be patient and wait for the here we go, says Joshua. And I think that does sum it up absolutely perfectly. That is the scenario. Many people will try and twist it. We've got a game today. We're playing FC Copenhagen in the quarterfinal of the Europa League. I mean, that is a big thing, and that is why Jadon Sancho will not be signing for Manchester United today in any way, and that's why, for me, he was always getting on the plane. I don't know what people expected. I always expected Jadon Sancho to be with Dortmund flying to Switzerland today, because it was never a day for Manchester United to do this deal. Now, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was talking about Sancho in the lip-reading thing, and he's talking Tuesday or Thursday, I feel Tuesday may be a little bit too soon, and when I lip-read it myself, it felt like Thursday. But as I said, he could be talking about his new dishwasher. He could be talking about, a job he's having done to remove a player from the club. I'm being sinister and joking there, but look, I think we don't need to descend into lip-reading the manager yet. The reality of the situation is that Manchester United are in talks with Dortmund for Jadon Sancho, and the club themselves wouldn't deny that. You probably wouldn't get it out of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's mouth in a press conference, but the club itself, in its media briefings, would not deny that Manchester United are in talks with Jadon Sancho and Borussia Dortmund. And to be honest, at this point in time, I think that is encouraging, because you wouldn't have got that last summer with Dortmund with a lot of our signings. So at least we know that. And as I've said before, I cannot see a scenario where Manchester United can walk away from this deal and save face. I mean, what are you going to do? Pull out the Sancho deal and get Grealish? Do you think people are going to be really happy with that? Nothing against Jack Grealish, but he's not Jadon Sancho quality. This is a top quality player. We need to produce tonight, says Subra. I agree with you on that one. But yeah, I mean, I just want to reiterate there a couple of things, that this deadline was put in place by Borussia Dortmund, and that there will be comment from Dortmund today about that. Christian Volkers confirms that, so will it be interesting to see what they say, but I expect much of it to be game playing. The official line sort of coming out of Manchester United about deadlines are that whilst talks continue, deadlines are not an issue. And that, of course, Fabrizio said that on Thursday when he was on the show, but Manchester United will, if you read the Manchester Evening News and other outlets, Manchester United sources are saying that, look, the 10th of August deadline is irrelevant, really, and that will be because we're in talks. And if we're in talks, are they just going to say no? If there's a deal there to be done, I'm sure they want to do it. And look, if Dortmund are looking at Memphis Depay, he's still playing in the Champions League, so he's not going to be coming to them anytime soon. So a little bit of manoeuvrability on the deal and the deadline is to be expected, especially when you're dealing with Manchester United, as we would say. The match tonight is 8 o'clock kickoff, and it's a one-legged game, Cross B, yes, so it will be resolved tonight, whether it's penalties or not. But Obby says he's angry. I don't think there's any reason to be angry about it. I think that, we are where we are, and I think some patience is going to have to be. Patience and experience when it comes to Manchester United and transfers is also really, really important, as we've said many a time before. I've dropped a link in the video description for our Discord page. I know we did it last week and a lot of people really enjoyed it. As you can see, links in the video description. You can only get in there via invite. And basically what the Discord is, as you can see down the left-hand side here, there's a lot of little live chat groups that you can get involved in. Transfers, match day. We've even got like gaming and stuff like that. And if you want to get involved in the group, in the voice chats, you can go into one of these call-in queues, and there'll be people in there that you can chat away with 24/7. But lots and lots being discussed around transfers and the game today that you can get involved with on the United Stand Discord. Got some great moderators on there, some great people on there, just very passionate about the club. And we do pop on there from time to time myself, especially in the gaming bit, winding people up about pro clubs, etc. So if you are in that situation where you are tense, or you just want to be talking to Manchester United fans, get yourself on the Discord. The invite link is in the video description, and 24/7 people are chatting away there, as I can see now. Yeah, you do enjoy that. There was an article I did want to discuss today, and I've totally forgotten about it being the deadline, and obviously there's been some developments about that. But my only worry is we walked away from Bruno last summer and Perisic a few years ago, says Sean Turner. Our board is so stubborn they'd rather walk away. I mean, Perisic you can walk away from because people didn't, half the fan base didn't really want him. Bruno, I just think the sheer volume of knowledge around the Sancho deal and the quality of player that he is, I don't think Manchester United can walk away from this easily. And Fikrit says, if we don't get Sancho and miss top 4 next year, how much do we end up losing in every aspect? Sponsors, sales, merchandise and shirt revenues. It's a statement signing for Manchester United. It's a symbolic statement signing for Manchester United, and they've got to make it. And look, the summary is that it is the deadline today. There will be comment from Dortmund. Jadon Sancho is on the plane, but everybody, from Jan Argefjordtov to Fabrizio Romano, are saying, look, at the end of the day, Sancho's going to be on the plane. What's he expected to do? Does it stop the deal? No. Talks continue, and there's still a big expectation that he will join Manchester United. The problem is, and I get it, the frustrating thing is nobody can really pinpoint when this deal's going to get done. You've got people just putting opinion out there, which is why I'm trying not to. I can say that, look, Jadon Sancho might not like the number 11 shirt. Tomorrow's the 11th. You could say it's Thursday because Ollie's lip reading seems to say Thursday. For me, look, it could... Look, Fabrizio Romano said today in a tweet that these talks have been going on for 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, the morning after the Champions League game that got us into the Champions League, the last game of the Premier League that got us in the Champions League, the very next morning I did a video. I'd spoken to my guy, who is not Fabrizio Romano, and they'd said, talks intensify today, this is where it begins. Manchester United are now in talks for Dortmund. Well, that's been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. So we've been in talks intensively with Dortmund for 2 weeks. My guy said 2 weeks ago when he said that, he said, I actually wouldn't be surprised if this deal doesn't get announced until after the Europa League final, which is 2 weeks' time from now. So that is something that's always in the back of my head, and I think we have to have it in our head. The thought of having to go through this for 2 weeks is massively irritating, but maybe that is going to be true, and that person has been, pretty good. On the other hand, to offer a little bit of optimism, it does feel like to me, Europa League quarter-final today, win. We don't play again till Sunday, which means Ollie's not going to do his presser till Friday. The build-up won't be till the weekend. So it leaves Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week to maybe use that all about Sancho. But is that going to be too soon? Is he going to just go flying to Switzerland for 1 or 2 days? I don't know. I don't know about when this timing of this deal is going to happen. But what I do know is that it's very, very close. You can almost touch it. And it is about how much United are going to pay first off. That's it. The massive parts of this deal are done. It's just about that first down payment. And as I said, I don't know what game Manchester United are trying to play on that, really. My score prediction for today, Addy, is 2-0. Get yours in there. There was an article anyway I wanted to talk to you about. I think it was in the Evening Standard, and it was basically Ollie's top 5 transfer targets of the summer. I thought, you know what, it's a little bit different for you. So the top 5 are Jadon Sancho, Jack Grealish, no surprises there, Donny van de Beek, Kingsley Coman, and De Ligt at Juventus, who's a centre-back. And I was like, well, straight away I know that 2.5 of those are not happening. Like, De Ligt's not happening for a start. No way are we going to do that deal. Kingsley Coman's not going to happen. That was just a load of crap. That was never a player that we were seriously going to go for. Van de Beek, I'm not convinced that we're even in for him. Sancho, obviously, we all know about, and Grealish. Look, I still think Grealish is an opportunity, but I'm not totally convinced that Manchester United actually are going to be able to pull that off. And look, you know what? Somebody just said it in the live comments there, and they're absolutely correct. What if Manchester United are trying to get the Sancho deal down low so that they've got more money to spend this summer? Well, of course, that is the case. And of course that could be the case, but United can't do that. You can't say to Dortmund, well, we only want to pay 70 because we want to keep another 20 for more signings. And Dortmund are going to go, okay, we'll help you. They're going to want the money that they want. And I don't see how United... It's a shame they can't give a player up or something like that. I think Dalot to them would be very, very good. But I don't know. But what I am leading up to here is we've also got a link in the video description to our website. It's a new thing that we're doing. It's a bit of a continuation from the player ratings, which will be up tonight, that you can do, but it's our transfer ratings. So what you do is, link in the video description, go to our transfer ratings, and as you can see, you can mark every transfer link of United out of 10 on how likely it's going to be. So for me, I think Jadon Sancho is 9 out of 10 at the moment, and as you can see from all the votes that we've had so far, of which we've had 1,500, the aggregated score is 9.1, which is good to see. Smalling to Roma, Van de Beek to United, Dalot to Everton, Thiago to United, Romero to Leeds, Grealish to United, Lingard to Serie A, Gabriel to United, and Rojo to back home. And then what you do is, once you've given all your marks out of 10, just put the star next to the one that you think is most likely to happen. Submit your score, and then you will see everybody's aggregated scores there as well. So just a little bit of fun for you. Link in the video description there for the transfer rater. And we will be doing the player ratings tonight, actually, during the watch along for every game as per usual. The new United top is on point, says Dan Tatlow. Yeah, look, Adam had it on last night. I bought it for my daughter. I really do like it, actually. In real life, when you get it, I do really like it. Ronaldo is the Sancho alternative, says Ascaris. Scott Williams says Sancho, Dortmund in the centre defender is a must. And all these people saying he's not coming are going to look really stupid when he comes, says Hi there. Yeah, but the trouble is, like, this is why in life you need to be careful, because there are loads of people in my replies, in our United Stand community live comments at the moment, and they are saying at the end of the day, Manchester United, they can't, they're not going to do this deal for Jadon Sancho. Well, ultimately, I don't think that is the case. I think that those people are saying it to try and wind you up, to be trolls. And when Jadon Sancho holds the shirt up, you're going to have to search to find them. And why should you? Why should you search to find them? Let them wallow in their own bitterness. I think that a lot of this in life exists. We have it in the Manchester United fan base. Oh, don't watch the United Stand or listen to Goldbridge. He's no more reliable than Indy Callier or Sergio Mendes. Well, sorry, we've had Christian Falk on the show. We've had Fabrizio Romano on the show twice. We've had Jan-Arne Fjortoft. The person I speak to is highly credible and reliable. I'm just not going to tell you who it is because they won't tell me stuff. It's not fair. It's just bitterness. It's just absolute bitterness. Look, maybe I react to a goal a bit silly at times. Maybe I say stupid things, but that's what people do. But to sort of try and mock the credibility of this community that we've built and the information that we discuss and the depth of knowledge that exists on the comments and from you is ridiculous. It's just bitterness. So I have got no interest in people saying we're not going to sign Jadon Sancho. I've got no interest in people saying you're going to look stupid when we don't sign Jadon Sancho, because I've got total confidence that we will sign him, and these people will just disappear as trolls do. They're just a reflection in the mirror of their own bitterness. That's what it is. These people who throw hate, who try and troll people, they're basically just doing it to themselves in a mirror, self-reflecting on their own inadequacies and their own bitterness in life. So don't let them worry you. Don't panic. Like, at the end of the day, listen to a lot of the people in the community. I can see it in the live comments there. Listen to people like Fabrizio Romano. Listen to the information that's out there. You know, sometimes you don't need to go out the window to see it's raining. And I'm telling you now, this deal is ridiculously close. If you're one of those people who won't believe it till he's holding up a shirt, I respect that. I totally do. But it's just a matter of time. The problem is we can't say when that time is at the moment. Is Sancho and no other signings really a successful window for United? Not convinced he's enough alone, says Nathan Morton. Well, we spoke about this on the show last night with Ricky and Adam and Saeed, didn't we? And I know Jan-Arne Fjortoft said it on Friday that no more signings after Sancho for United is a real possibility. It's something that I've been saying for a while. It's not based on any information I've got, so I'd say that straight away. I mean, look, if I've got information or it's from a story, the whole point is to tell you where it's come from. But sometimes it will just be opinion, and fan opinion is what this channel's about. And I think fan opinion is obviously the best opinion, and I think it can be very level-headed, and I think it can be very, very pragmatic. And my opinion is that, look, Manchester United are not a club that really likes to spend money. We like to make money. That's just who we are under the Glazers. I'm very impressed by what we're trying to do by Jadon Sancho. I think we're going to have to pay big to get him. I always expected that. Once that deal's done, there is a big part of me that thinks, will we have the capability or the hunger to go and do anything else? He is a big, expensive statement signing for this club. And they may well just go, well, that's all you're getting, Ollie. You know, it's more than anyone else is getting. So, of course, that could be it. I don't want it to be it. I think the comment is correct. I think we do need a couple more players. But look, if you keep Lingard and you keep Smalling and you get Sancho, I mean, look, is it the centre attacking midfielder and centre-back you want to go with Jadon Sancho? Possibly not. But I think Manchester United are a club that can do big things in the transfer market, but I don't think it's a club that wants to do everything it can in the transfer market, because ultimately we are still a business. Unpopular opinion, post-COVID, 120 million for Sancho is a bit overpriced. We should focus more on getting good deals like Bruno, not statement signings, says Sagnick. Well, I'd love to know what your good deals are, because there is no alternative for Jadon Sancho out there. And I don't think, you know, again, to me that just feels a little bit like pumping your chest. We should focus on getting good deals, not overpriced deals. I mean, I've always said this. I don't really care what Manchester United spend on a player. They've got the money. It's our money that we've put in through sponsorships, and sponsorships are fed by the fans. Do you think BT and Sky just pay for Premier League rights without knowing that you're going to be watching their adverts and everything like that? So it is the fans that feed the money into the game. And I want Manchester United. I'd much rather Manchester United spent all their money they've got than paid it to shareholders and the Glazers. So good deals for me. I think Jadon Sancho is a good deal. I think Jadon Sancho for 120 million euros is a good deal, because I think Jadon Sancho is definitely on that trajectory to be there with the Neymars of this world when he's 24, 25. So I think it is a good deal. I wouldn't be focusing on anything else that's a big drop off. So yeah, I do agree with that's my opinion on that. Zefan says check Romano's tweet. We've already done it, mate. We spoke about it ages ago. I think if you're going to start telling us to check tweets out, maybe watch the show from the start, because otherwise people get repeated information that you could just watch from the video from the start and get. Fabrizio Romano tweeted an hour ago about Jadon Sancho being with the team, which he is, on the plane, which he is, and that's exactly what he said. And I mean, I'm just looking at what Fabrizio's been saying sort of over the last 12 hours. He's answered a few questions. Any truth in Dortmund giving Sancho a new contract by the end of the week this week, a pay rise, new deal? And Romano said, yeah, for sure. Dortmund since April said to Sancho they're going to offer him a new contract if he's not sold to Manchester United. So that's nothing to worry about either. And also he said, why is Jadon on the plane? Because he's a Borussia Dortmund player and he's a respectful guy. If the clubs will find an agreement, he'll be happy to sign with Manchester United. His contract is almost ready, but it's up to the clubs. So yeah, there is no addition to what's happening other than the fact that Jadon Sancho is on a plane to Dortmund, to Switzerland with Dortmund, and yeah, we're. I don't actually have any concerns about it, and I'm sure some of you do, but I don't. I think we're in a strong position. I do think there's going to be some more news coming in today, because Dortmund will be obviously flying into Switzerland, landing in Switzerland. Then there'll be the press conference, and I'm sure there will be some comments, but I wouldn't panic about those. I mean, we'll probably do a video later on this afternoon when those comments are out, but I wouldn't worry about them. Where did you get your jacket, Mark? Says Nathan Morton. It's on the United Stand Direct website. It's their new tracksuit. It's very nice, actually. I'm very happy it doesn't have Aeon on it, like a lot of United. I really like the travelling kit they were wearing in yesterday. The burgundy stuff was really nice, although the hoodie doesn't seem to be available yet. But it always irritates me that it's got Aeon on it. I know Manchester United have got to wear Aeon on it, but why do we as the consumer have to have Aeon on it? It ruins it. I just want United and Adidas. I don't want Aeon on it. So the thing for me about last year's tracksuit top, I really liked it, but it was ruined by a white Aeon thing. This one, they haven't put it on, so I'm very happy about that. Goldbridge says Pro Gamer. If you know, you know. Goldbridge was on form yesterday. And Philip says, everyone check on Insta. There's a video of Ollie sinking that Sancho is joining on Tuesday. Just to clarify that, there is a video of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer talking to somebody on the ground yesterday. And basically, lip reading specialists are saying that he says it's all about the cash. It's sorted Tuesday. But actually, I think he says Thursday. And as I said, what if he's talking about his new dishwasher being delivered? You just don't know. I think the days of trying to lip read what Ollie's saying at the moment may be a little bit too soon, but we'll see what happens with it. We've got a massive game tonight. I'm really looking forward to the watch along. Make sure you tune in for that for us, by the way. We'll have the player ratings as usual. It's a big game for United tonight. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be really hot over in Cologne. Proper summer tournament evening game, Manchester United against Copenhagen, to get into the semi-final, which is next Sunday. The Sancho thing's going to take care of itself, and I'm very, very confident that it will happen. And then, look, Real Talk says Sancho ain't coming. On what basis, mate? You're just predicting stupidity. You're exposing yourself as stupid, because, look, even if the Sancho deal didn't happen, and I'm very confident that it is, you've got no knowledge that it's not happening, because that's not the story that's out there. That's just you putting out a prat comment and hoping it's not true. That's just you reflecting your inner insecurity and bitterness by typing, when really you're talking to yourself in the mirror. I'm a bitter, insecure person who wants things to go wrong. You've got no information that it's not going to happen. The reality is Manchester United are in deep talks with Dortmund. A deal is very, very close. And this is confirmed by source after source after source after source. But you're coming out with, it ain't happening. And we're meant to go, oh, look, it ain't happening. But based on what? You've got nothing other than hope, bitterness and insecurity. That's all you've got. Like, there is nothing in what you're saying that any of us need to go, oh, he might be right, because it's just a prediction and a hope. And that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about evidence. We're here to talk about what's going on. And the evidence is real that Manchester United are in talks with Sancho. And the evidence is real that we're very close to getting a deal done. And if it did all fall apart, well, we'll deal with that when it happens. But at the moment, that's not what where we're at. And I don't think anybody needs to have that mindset, really, unless that's your mindset, unless you're a worrier, unless you're a negative person. And, you know, some people are. They do worry about things. But the evidence is not there to say this deal's not happening at the moment. It isn't. And to me, this afternoon, if the Dortmund chief executive or manager comes out and says he'll definitely be here next year, I then would worry a little bit if he said definitely. But if he says expectation, then I'm like, this is just game playing. So let's see what happens this afternoon. But at the moment, I feel there's no need to be worrying at all. Look, if you want to continue the conversation, the Discord link is in the video description. I'm going to pop over on there now because I'm sure lots of people are going to have lots of questions. So I do tend to pop over into the transfers bit, which is there on the left, as you can see. This is how the Discord looks. Link in the video description. You must go through the video description because that's the invite link. And then you can be chatting away with people as they are there. Keep yourself on there 24/7. There's always people on there chatting away about all sorts of things. We've got loads of different categories down the left. And you can even go into the voice chat groups as well if you want to and chat away. But I'm going to be popping there onto the typey bit now. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll speak to you all a little bit later. Remember, we've got the watch along later, but I'm sure we'll have another update on what's going on as well. Thanks everyone for watching. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And I just want to say a big up to the community. You know what? Haters are going to hate. I don't really understand it. We've got a fantastic community. Everything we discuss is always sourced on where it's come from or opinion. That's what it's about. It's a fan channel. It's a fan opinion community. So big up to everybody who gets involved with it. Get on the Discord. Let's have a bit of a chat on there as well. And let the haters hate, because we ain't in for that game. You know, we've built a community and everybody's welcome. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.